Check out this free video and make sure you hit like and subscribe. All right, so I guess the big thing we should talk about before we do the Raw review is it seems extremely likely AJ Lee is returning.
I would think so, and the crowd sure thought so. They were chanting her name like crazy.
Well, I think the key was when they chanted her name, Becky didn't ignore it. She started screaming that she doesn't work here.
Yeah.
And once you start doing that, I mean, and the whole way they did the angle where she just kept slapping Punk over and over again, and he can't lay a hand on her, but he promises she'll pay for it.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I guess if they can make a deal with AJ, he can get another woman, but I would presume AJ Lee is coming back.
I got to think that they're not going this far without the deal already made. So, I mean, it's funny, like as far as like ideas for that September 20th show, and I don't know, I do not know for a fact it's on September 20th. I would presume it is, but that's I didn't see that one coming. You know, I mean, Brock Lesnar, obviously, we know that he's going to be there. They're gonna load up. I think, you know, again, like the show was from France. The France crowd is very, very hot, and they made. But as far as the work in the angle that Punk and Becky Lynch did was outstanding, and they made it to where I think that her coming back is going to be way bigger deal than I would have thought, you know, otherwise, and. You know, it's another thing on that September 20th. You know, they're definitely going to peak. This is not your normal monthly pay-per-view at all that they're running on that show. You know, and I knew they wouldn't because first show on ESPN, it has to be huge. That's just how the first one. It's like the first show on Netflix. That's just how they do things. You know, first SmackDown on Fox. You know what I mean? When they do a first on a new platform. It's always big, and there's always they pull stuff out, and you know this I'm sure will be. No
then
different.
We add probably the best thing on the show.
Oh, the Punk thing with
Punk comes out for a promo, and
that was the best thing on the show. Yeah,
he says, "I'm not leaving this ring. There ain't going to be a show. Seth, get out here." So Becky comes out instead, and Punk says, "This has nothing to do with you. So get on the phone and get your husband's rotten ass out here." Becky says it has everything to do with me. You think you only affect one person in this family? Punk says, I don't care about your family. I'm not doing anything until he gets out here. And I'm going to leave and go find him. And Becky says, stop. Shut up and listen to me. She says, I've had to listen to you berate my father, or my husband, the father of my child, the greatest man I've ever known. Punk says, he's a coward. Becky says, he's my husband. He's sacrificed more for this business than you'll ever know. He's so much more than you'll ever be. Hot Jack champion. And don't you interrupt me. And Punk said, I wish I could so I could knock his teeth down his throat. Becky says, you walked out of this place. This is back in like 2012. You affected me. They chanted your name during my matches to let me know they didn't care about me and the hard work I was putting in. The crowds are chanting, shut the fuck up at her. She said, this wasn't about the fans, it's about me. I started a revolution, ran this business. We run both divisions. She brings up Sports Illustrated again.
Which,
by the way, got zero reaction this time. It doesn't even get heel heat anymore. They just don't care.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. I don't think that in France, Sports Illustrated means a lot. So
I'm sure they still know what it is. They're fans. She's mentioned on every promo for the past 6 months now.
Well, you know, if you say it on every single promo, it's going to become like The Miz. It's just like...
Exactly.
Just like, you don't care. It's just like part of the show.
Fans are chanting for AJ Lee. She says, she doesn't work here. And so then Punk says, you know, that sounds good, but this vision is blurry. You got a 10-year beef with me because they chanted my name during your matches. I'm the best in the world. 30,000 maniacs in Paris saying it. They chant my name no matter where I am. He says, I've been in all these towns on this tour. You know who I didn't see in those towns? You and your stupid husband. Your dumb plastic belts. He's hiding behind his title, behind Paul, Bronson, Braun, and now he's hiding behind his wife.
So, like, house shows matter now?
He's just mentioning that he did all these shows and she wasn't.
I thought that they don't exist on television.
I didn't know they existed until he mentioned it.
Yeah.
Says, you're a supremely talented superstar. You just have bad taste. You married a bum. He's a paper champion. This will never be over between us. So Seth comes out and he says, you got a problem with me? Come say it to my face. So Punk goes to leave, and Becky gets in his way. And Punk tries to get around her, and she gets in his way again. And then he finally bowls past her, but Seth leaves. So Becky starts yelling at him, and he turns around, and Becky gets right in his face, and she starts slapping him. And I'm talking, she's slapping him hard. Boom, boom, paintbrush. He's standing there. He's turning red. He's getting more and more angry. And she says, you got to do something about it. And she slaps him. You got to do something about it. And he's just seething. And she just says, you're pathetic. And so Punk starts to leave the ring. He says, I'm going to make sure Seth regrets ever catching in on me. And I'm going to make sure you regret ever putting my hands on me. And Becky says, I already do. I got your gross, stinky sweat all over me. Get out of here. Get out of my ring. Get out of France. Why don't you guys sing a song for him? And he's walking up the mat. He's beat red walking up the mat. He's furious. And she tells him to keep walking and never come back. And like the fans are waiting for something, but he just keeps walking and doesn't come back.
Yep.
So I thought Becky was incredibly annoying in this segment in a good way, because you want to see AJ return.
Yeah, they
beat her ass.
They set that up really well.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous piece of business, yeah.
This segment was great.
Yeah.
People should go out of their way to watch this entire segment, because she was great, Punk was great.
Yep.
And just like what they're setting up, the way they did it, I mean, they made it seem like this is going to be a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the AJ Lee return is going to be really, they did a great job with that. And it's, I think it's going to be really big. They did a great job.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.